Hey there folks, how you doing? Welcome back to Michigan Great Outdoors. It's been a while since we've been in the man cave. I can't even remember, probably, this time last year. And it's been a while since we've done kind of a product review, product spotlight type video. And today I wanted to talk about the Dryad KillDeer. This is a really cool minimalistic rock climbing harness for deer hunting out of a tree stand. And if you're not familiar with Dryad, I don't know if you've been living under a rock. They came out with the Dre this year, the Dryad Dre, which was a hammock style saddle for saddle hunting. And when guys got this setup, they quickly realized that you could kind of use the harness that came with this for tree stands. You could kind of modify it and use it out of your tree stand. And I think that's what kind of spurred the KillDeer. So this is what it is right here, the KillDeer harness. Very cool design, very minimalistic. I actually picked it up with the burr pouch. So this KillDeer here it goes for $134.99. It's got a 300-pound rating, and some of the technical specs on it is it comes with an Austrian Alpine Cobra buckle, so a quick release Cobra buckle. I really like these. It makes a little bit of noise, but I don't think a deer's ever going to hear that unless you're smacking it together. You can be a little quiet with it. So that's rated at 18 KN. And we also have the 6,000-pound rated waist belt webbing, which is really stitched nicely. And it's also we got Molly all the way around it, so you can hang all your accessories off of it. And it's sewed to precision, which it looks like. I mean, the owner of this company, Dane Waldman, he looks like he really takes a lot of pride in his work. I'm not an expert at stitching, but when I look at this, it looks like it's made really well. And then we have a 6,000-pound rated belay loop here. And now this loop, it's loop and basket design, and it's bar tacked. I don't know if you can see that on the video. So there's bar tack stitching right here, and then it's also circle stitched all the way around with a 138-inch thread. So I've talked with the owner of the company Dryad several times because I'm a bigger guy. This stuff kind of concerns me a little bit. And I know that, this stuff's been used for years. This is not something new. Rock climbers, they use rock climbing harnesses and they use belay loops. I mean, it's very common. It's very popular. And this looks amazingly stitched. Looks like he did another good job on that. So he has assured me that this is plenty strong enough, probably overkill. And that's exactly what you want in a harness. You want to know that it's going to catch your ass if you fall. So so far, I really do like this harness setup. It does have D-loops on it, so you can, use your lineman rope when you're going up the tree. And I think that these are rated somewhere like 4,000 pounds. So, they're also bar tack stitched right here, which kind of helps open them up. I've been looking for kind of a hybrid style harness. I want to dabble in it. I've been running a hunter safety system harness for years, and it's a really good harness. It's a 5-point harness, but it's extremely heavy. Comes in at 3 pounds. If it gets wet, it's even heavier. So this thing is extremely light. If I weighed this without the burr pouch, it comes in right at about 1 pound, and then with the burr pouch and the leg straps inside, it's like 1.08. I actually have the leg straps, the leg enforcers, and my tether in here. So I have an 8mm Oplux tether. Everything in here ready to go, and it's like 1.5 pounds. So it's extremely small, extremely lightweight, and it's pretty comfortable, to be honest with you. I've taken it on 2 hunts now, and I really have enjoyed using it. Looking at the accessories you can get what he calls a burr pouch. So I think he sews these himself. It's really nice, multicam. The stitching's all done really nicely, and it's very quiet. So when you open it up, I have my Sterling Oplux tether, which weighs like a half a pound. Super strong rope. I love this stuff. It's incredible how strong it is. And it comes with your leg straps, which are right here. So we'll talk about those in a second. And then there's these what are called leg strap enforcers. And basically when you put your leg straps around your legs, sometimes in the back they have kind of the tendency to fall a little bit if you're moving around a lot. Or if you want to, wear your leg straps in, they are removable. But if you want to wear these in, like on your hike in, it'll help keep those up. So they're called leg strap enforcers. So here's your leg straps, and they go through the belay loop. You can see it's like the webbing here it's all that bar tack stitching again, and it's tripled up. So I'm sure it's probably tripled up for strength. And then these little loops are what you use to go around your legs. So very easy to put on, very simple, and a pretty cool design. So you don't have to use the burr pouch. You could just, put your leg straps in your pocket if you want. I think this is more convenient. It's easier so they won't get lost. And you definitely want to put this stuff on before you climb the tree. So this is part of your harness, is your leg straps. You need to have those on. It's a safety thing, and it's going to help, cushion the blow happen you do fall and help support you. So, it's a very, very nice design. Comes with a warning label. And like I said, it makes a little bit of noise, but it's nothing crazy. And I think once it's on and you have it tight, it's not going to make any noise because everything's going to be kind of taut. There's other real considerations you have to take when you run a system like this. Slack line. You cannot have slack line in your system. And if you do, you have to have very minimal slack line. And the reason being is it's not that it's not going to catch you when you fall. If you have 4 foot of slack line and you fall with 8mm Oplux, it's going to stop you. It's going to catch you, but you might get hurt in the process. You don't want to fall that far anyway for 2 reasons. 1, you could get hurt. 2, you're going to be banging on your sticks. Say your platform suddenly broke and you're going to fall and smack into a B stick or whatever you're running. You could injure yourself that way. Or if you have too much slack in your line, say you had like some outrageous slack, like 3-4 feet, and you fall. There's been numerous conversations between, me and several other guys that you will get extremely injured. You could break your back, you could break your pelvis. It's that trauma, that falling down and all of a sudden catching this thing doing its job is going to be a ton of force. I think it takes, like 2 or 3 feet to have some serious dangerous forces that are going to be applied to you. So no slack line or very minimal. When I run this, I have like a foot of slack line. And it's very easy, you can just tighten up on your proof stick and just take that slack right out. So, one of the other considerations, and I'm just using this as an example, so don't kill me in the comments, but you can use what's called a screamer. So Aerial Salt, he had some, a really good video on screamers, and that's a really good consideration. You could add a screamer to your setup. So if something did, happen and you fell out of your tree, what a screamer is designed to do is this thing will unravel as you fall, and it kind of softens that blow. And it takes that, potential for that tremendous trauma out of a fall. So I know I think it's like Wesper or some other climbing, arborist sites, you can get screamers. I've been kind of looking into it now. It's January right now, so I'm definitely going to probably get a screamer or 2 to play with. Unfortunately, none of them are camo, so they're kind of like yellows. They're like safety colors because it's like the climbing industry. But, definitely something I'm going to consider for my setup. A regular tree stand harness, it has a screamer built in. And on my Hunter Safety System harness, it's got on the web that comes out of your back there, it's got, it's sewed to where if you fall, those pleats or whatever you want to call them, they'll pull apart and it'll kind of soften your blow. So, the benefits of the rock climbing harness style is if you were to fall out of a tree, you had minimal slack. The way that I set my setup up, I'm pretty much should just fall with gravity right onto my sticks. Now, I might take a B stick or a Lone Wolf Custom Gear stick to the leg, but, that's better than falling out of a tree. And the way I have it set up is I should, if something happened, platform suddenly broke or something, cam buckle broke and the platform just was gone, if I fell, it should spin me around and gravity will take over and I'll basically be right at my sticks. So, benefit with rock climbing harnesses, you should be facing the tree. With a traditional tree stand harness that comes up from here, a 5-point harness, you're going to be hanging from your back. And then, we've all heard about the stories about, it cuts off the circulation around your legs and your waist, and you only have so many minutes to get your, body spun around, grab that tree, or take that pressure off your legs. I would imagine that this would be the same thing as far as pressure goes around your legs, but at least you'll be facing the tree, so you should be able to just literally step on your stick and, descend the tree. So All right, folks, so we're in the tree, and I got my leg straps on, and they just go through the belay loop right here, and then I have the strap enforcers on each side. I do like them personally. I think it helps, you know, prevent this from kind of falling down. You know, you don't have to use the enforcers, but you do have to use the leg straps. So, tether setup, this is 8mm Oplux, like I said. I like to put it about hip high. That's what I found is kind of like my comfort zone. So, and I like to put my hitch off to the side a little bit. And, you know, I'm not a physics expert, but if I was to fall, you know, it's going to take me this way, and that's what my sticks would be. I would point this to the side of the tree that has my climbing sticks. So you just clip in like so. You know, obviously always tighten down your nut here, and you need to set this. So obviously I'm going to have my linesman belts around the tree. I don't have it, it's in the house right now. I don't feel like going in again because it's like 8 degrees out, but you're going to be tethered into the tree. So what you want to do is you want to set this, and like I said, you don't want more than like a foot of slack. That's kind of what I'm thinking I'm going to go with, and what I've actually run. So then what I like to do is everything's tight, I'm secured. I'll take my linesman off, and then I'm going to set my hitch. So what I'm doing now is I'm getting that hitch set, getting it binded, and now I'm hunting. So this is probably a little bit longer than I typically have it. This is probably about 14 inches, but this is going to allow me to shoot roughly 360 degrees. So I can get about right here. Obviously I can shoot all this easily, and then if I have a shot behind me, I can switch around this way. So I haven't really figured out what to do with my tag end yet. I did last time when I hunted, I just shoved it. I run cargo pockets when I hunt, so I just shoved it in my cargo pocket. It worked out pretty good, and you can still sit. So, you know, when you do sit, it is kind of pulling on you a little bit, but I don't think it's ridiculous. I have hunted in this with heavy, big, bulky clothing, so you see my breath right now. It's super cold. I've been hunting in late season, haven't had any issues. So the nice thing about it is if you get sick of sitting, you know, it's just like almost like a saddle. You just can kind of lean in it, and you get a little different feel, you know. So I think it's pretty nice. Like I said, you can take up even a little bit more of this slack if you want. I just always set my hitch, make sure it's nice and tight, make sure it's dressed. And then, yeah, this is a little bit tighter, and it comes up right here, but it's still, I mean, it feels pretty good. I think that this is a great option. You know, this is a little bit tight on me, but, you know, I got a little bit more girth. So if you're a, you know, smaller guy, I think it's going to be just fine. Just do not have all this slack in there, because you're just opening up for potential dangers. So really cool option. I think stealth stripping your carabiner is a must, especially, you know, you don't want potentially somehow this hitting here. But I mean, I don't see anything wrong with this setup at all. You know, I'd love to see some drop test information on this, you know, just to put my mind at ease, but it's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool product from Dryad. Pretty impressive what he's coming up with. So hopefully you liked this video. If it was helpful for you, please give a thumbs up, comment down below if you liked it. I know I'm a little rusty. I haven't made videos in a while. You know, it's 3 months since my last product review type video. But yeah, hopefully it was good for you. I think it's a good product. Like I said, TX5 is coming out with something too. I really want to compare the two. I really like TX5, as you can see. Good company. Dryad's good company. And I really kind of just want to see what's right for me. This might be right for a lot of guys, but it might not be right for everybody. And it's so cool to see all these mobile hunting, you know, companies coming out with all this awesome stuff every year. It sucks on the pocketbook, but that's why we make these videos. So hopefully you can watch it, and I can help you make an informed decision. So we'll see you on the next one. Peace.